In the top 8, we have Beetrooper. In the top 8, we have Triple D. Game 1, top 8, Hajime. Check out the top 16 video. Check out the other videos, all the highlights. Let's go. This is what the new box begin.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Omni, thank you for the free prime sub. Appreciate you immensely. We got Terraforming for the not negating with Ash. Okay. Holding on to the Ash. Now I am going to get, ate the Ash with the reinforcement. Reinforcement, a good way to eat that Ash. Tenki, what's going on here? Wait, what is your deck? Ash, negate the Tenki. You end on Shizuku? That is weak. Weak played. No search for you. No Zoodiac. But he's got the Zoodiac anyway. Whip tail, whipping it out. Whipping out Hammer Kong. Hammer Kong, bring up into Dryden. Dryden, pop a card in the field. That is face up. Wiping out Shizuku. Veiler negates. So it happens when you activate in the main phase. Maybe we wanted to activate that in the battle phase instead. Got disrupted. Could have been avoided. We have Chakanine, but now the Chakanine will not be negated. So maybe it just ate up the Veiler purposely to now detach and summon the Hammer Kong. Hammer Kong and the Chakanine are now going to make Anaconda into DPE. Come forth and send Celestial from the hand, -1, but it's okay, we got the DPE. DPE, pop the Fool, no Ray in the graveyard, take 3K. We have Comp of the Grave, we got Ash, we could negate the Mobilize Engage. What else are we going to be negating? The Ogre will only work well against DPE if it's the only monster on the field. Negate. We have the field spell, summon the monster. We want to... What? Wait, Ghost Ogre works while on the field? What? Ash doesn't work on the field? What are you doing? When this is in the hand or on the field? What? Send this from the hand or field? What the... Negate. How often does that become relevant? Wow, okay. I mean, I knew that. All right, goodbye. Negate. We got DPE, not popping the field spell. Otherwise, it would have summoned a Ray. He's scooping it up. Let's quickly go into game 2. Pot of P. We got Max C, which is not so good against Skystriker. You do want to use it before they normal summon the Ray. Otherwise, Ray will jump off the field in response to the Max C. On the resolution, I believe that is when you got a Max C right now. Right now. Nope. Too late. Well, he's going to add Chain Ray to the field spell so we can Max C that anyway. So it worked out. It worked out well. Very good. Did Max C on the summon, waited for the field spell to send. It's pretty much the same effect that would have happened. Hell's Time with the 5 gifted subs. DLM, mine. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that immensely. If you were lucky enough to win a gifted sub, connect your Discord and Twitch and join the events. Shizuku grabbing multi-roll in the end phase. Pass back to Zoodiac Adventure. Is this pure Zoodiac? Verte needs ban, not DPE. I don't think anyone is calling for a DPE ban. That's crazy, yeah? Ride of Erismere, Max C, negate. Not negate, but draw off of every special summon, mate. I was thinking, if you ban Fusion Destiny, then you have to polymerize DPE on the field, which heroes still do sometimes, which I'm not advocating for, but just know that Japan did ban Fusion Destiny, then undid the ban and swapped it with Anaconda. We got Griffin Rider chaining to the effect of the Faithful Adventure, grabbing the Draco back. We will be able to negate the Widow Anchor, attempting to negate and steal our monster. We are under Max C. Spin the back row back, attempt to negate. And not steal. It's not a steal. We don't have 3 spells in the graveyard. We battle in. We got Ray in the graveyard. Activate. Do we negate the Ray with the Griffin Rider? Nope. Do we negate the Ray with the Griffin Rider? Nope. Do we negate Kagari with the Griffin Rider? Will you eat the negate or not? Refuses to eat a negate. No negate. We're going to save the negate for your turn. We have, oh boy, double Solemn Strike. Negate an inherent special summon or negate a monster effect. Not looking good for Skystriker. Negate. With 3 spells in the graveyard, though, we could use the maneuver to pop a monster and the solemn strike, but then he has another one. That's what we're doing. We got 3 spells. Take out the token, take out the solemn strike, but we have another one. Multi-roll is going to make it so you cannot chain to the activation of spells. Come forth, Rose. Link into Shizuku. Striking the Shizuku, we can now normal summon the Ray. This card says it can only be special summoned once, but the summon was negated, so we summon another Shizuku, reducing the Thoroughblade, taking him out, then end phase search. Now, did we activate any spells under the multi-roll? Okay, I think that this is a mistake. You have to search Widow Anchor, you have to toggle on, you have to Widow Anchor, negate your own Shizuku, then activate multi-roll to set the Widow Anchor. Yes? Who's with me? Who's a Skystriker player? Yes. So we lost the negates. Foolish Burial. Whoa, where'd all that wind come from? Call by the Grave, banishing the Water Enchantress before you could activate. Is Anchor's in the grave? Bro, this is TCG Anchor at 1 or something? Anchor, you could play more than 1 Anchor. What are you talking about? Anchor is at 2. Who cares if he has 1 in the grave? Pop in the multi-roll. Dryden, rank up into Chakanine. Chakanine, get detaching to come forth and summon. Read Shizuku? Yeah, I read Shizuku. What I said is correct. Anaconda, send Fusion Destiny, come forth, DPE. Wait, okay. You're right, but I'm still right. He should have used this in the end phase, right? Correction, double correction. Don't clip me. I didn't say to. I'm not. No, I'm not advocating to cheat. I'm not cheating. No, I didn't say do that. Don't do that. Okay, he should have activated this in the end phase, which would trigger the multi-roll to set the Widow Anchor. Okay? Now you're wrong. I got you. I caught you in 360p. You're done. You misplayed. Drones in the trigger multi-roll, set Widow Anchor in the graveyard. Get outplayed. You're bad. All right, let's go. Not you, Born. Born, you're good. The chat is bad, though. DPE, get poppin'. Let's go. Focus. Lightning Storm. Keck Storm. Just let it wipe me out. Let's go. Focus. Kana with nothing to negate the attack. Drones. Wait, we gain life? Keck W? Who does that effect? No one. 3K to the face, then what? Zeke into Shizuku? Is that our 3rd Shizuku? Triple Shizuku. Wait, our 3rd Shizuku is in the graveyard. We got Anaconda DPE. Let's go. Killian at 1100. You're done, boy. There's no way. How you stopping DPE? You do have your own DPE. DPE versus DPE. You could scare him by attacking into the Anaconda for game. Wait, you use DPE, then don't you win with Ram for game? Whoa, you're summoning? DPE. Get poppin'. Anaconda gone. DPE and Ram. Was this questionable? No, Ram being destroyed is going to summon Thoroughblade for game. No way. He got it. Ram wanted to be destroyed, so he could attack for game because it summons a monster from the graveyard, not in defense, right? Thoroughblade, Celestial draw 2, damn. Negate. Nothing on the field, nothing in the hand. The true way to defeat a Skystriker player is to completely rip everything they love and own from them and then take them down. Chakanine, detach, come forth and summon. Thoroughblade. Focus. Lethal. Good job, Killian. You're incredible, my friend. You're amazing. Thank you. Good job. Skystriker in the top 8, though. Born, you're also incredible. You're amazing. Thank you. Both of you played amazingly well. All right. That was a wet kiss. What are you talking about? Let's go. We got Draco back on the Summon of the Resonance Insect, searching for the Griffin Rider. We have absolutely no disruption whatsoever. Can we play through What are they going to do turn 1? Search for Max C? Is that what they do? That's it. We have Omni Negate with the Griffin Rider, and then the Resonance Insect will search for the Retaliating C, right? Level 5 or higher. Wait, how do we do this again? The Resonance Insect is going to be searching for the Doom Dozer. The Armor Horn is going to allow an additional summon of an insect, banishing the Resonance Insect to send a Goki Pole. Goki Pole, that's how you do it. You add the Retaliating C with the Goki Pole. Then the Armor Horn additionally summons the Retaliating C. When sent to the graveyard, search for Max C. Pico Felina is going to return 3 insects in the graveyard to draw 1. And with the Retaliating C in the graveyard, we got Max C. Let's go. We're also going to equip a Retaliating C from the deck, right? Or a Resonance Insect onto a monster and boost up the attack by 500. We did not randomly draw that Max C. We're going to randomly draw right now. Holy moly. This draw. You went through all the trouble to search a Max C, then you randomly drew one. Anaconda, DPE, Griffin Rider, and Max C. And we have the Sting Lancer, which is kind of like a Call by the Grave, but not really. It does not negate. It's a DD Crow. It's kind of like DD Crow. The Sting Lancer will return a card in the graveyard back on the deck. So if you try to do a Genghis play to summon a monster from the graveyard, he'll spin it back on the deck. Non-targeting destruction, negate, Max C, and DD Crow. Nothing to stop the Max C. We're going to chain Impermanence. Imperm onto the DPE before we get a monster on the field. We're going to chain DPE, chain Link 4. Come to me. Wiping out Anaconda and DPE. We're in a crazy duel. Absolute madness. Let's go. Fusion Shokan into Genghis. If we summon another, we have to special summon a double D to trigger the effect to summon a monster from the graveyard. Slime banishing to summon the Zero King. Triggering the effect of Genghis to summon Griffin. What? What do you do? What'd that do? What'd the B do? If an insect is summoned, special summoned, you could special summon this card. When a monster your opponent activates the effect, you contribute this card to destroy it. It's an ogre. It's an ogre. It's ogre. It's ogre. Sting Lancer is going to return the Griffin back in the deck before it gets summoned, and on summon it would have searched for any double D card. DD Crow. Goodbye, Genghis. Sting Lancer grabbing a spell for next turn. Royal Spell. Dark Contract to the gate, searching for a double D. And we have the Griffin Rider negating. We could normal summon the Slime, then we could link summon into Gilgamesh. We got the Gilgamesh. What? Dr. Well, let's just go to game 3, May. I ain't doing any of that nonsense. Come on, you have infinite advantage. No thanks. Nibiru, I would say, is the biggest weakness to Triple D. By the time they do 5, even 10 summons, the Nibiru is going to come down and you're not going to have a negate for it. So we're on summon 1, summon 2, summon 3 already. Summoning Savant Thomas. We do not have a way to whip out a Baron to floor early. No Baron to floor, level 3 tuner. If we summon, no good. Gilgamesh, summon 4. 4 summons. Double Pendulum. 5th summon, that's it. At any moment, we could get Nibiru. The Griffin, being summoned from the graveyard, is going to activate to search your deck for any double D card, searching for the Headhunt, which will negate a monster and steal it. We're going to Exceed into the Caesar if sent to the graveyard by Nibiru, or your own way to get in the graveyard. It will be searching for the Swamp Fusion spell. I'll let you know when he's about to summon a negate for the Nibiru. Now you have to Nibiru. You would check to see if their Genghis triggers if they have not already activated Genghis, and then you have to Nibiru, because if you don't Nibiru now, this is where he could summon the Wave High King Caesar, which will, when they activate Nibiru, which includes the effect that special summons a monster itself and a token, this will negate it. There you go. Hexy knows. How does he know? Who told him? Who told him? Wipe the field, give a token, but we have Headhunt. Does Headhunt require you to have a triple D to use it? If you control a triple D monster, you could negate and steal a monster. We do not. RIP. We just have Ash and Call by the Grave, that's it. We are going to Water Enchantress, searching for the Rite of Erismere. Since you used Ash on the Water Enchantress, you're going to get Called by the Grave anyway, but then Ash also could have been good on the Fusion Destiny. It does not matter. You are negated. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get scoop into bees. Nibiru Fusion Destiny Adventure Bees. Okay. We grab in the right, summon the token, spin a card on the field, back to the hand, summon the Resonance Insect, grab the Draco back, activate search for the Griffin, Griffin Omni negate. Yeah, he's out. He's out. He's done. Shadow Edge, you're amazing. You did incredibly well. Hexy, you are also incredible. Bees versus Triple D, getting to the top 8. An absolute amazing matchup. I'm not happy that both of you had to pair up by top 8, maybe top 4, or even grand finals would have been better, but I'm still happy to have this rather than not have it at all. Thank you for the amazing highlight. Let's go. Water Enchantress banish. We have nothing for this. Prank Kid versus Prank Kid. Okay. We're going to be speeding up through this. We have Harpy Feather Duster, Call by the Grave for the Bow Wow if you do that. Otherwise, you might have DPE. Bow Wow jumping off the field, definitely going to Call by the Grave that. And definitely going to Griffin Rider that. And then definitely going to get Harpy Feather Dustered. Then definitely going to Fusion Summon into a Butler. We have a crazy duel. This is actually crazy. Bow Wow, come to me. We have red, blue, and green. Butler, double Raigeki, double wipe the field. We have no play for the Butler. Attempt to wipe the back row. Chain Pandemonium. This is nuts. We actually have to pop off for this. Let's go. Butler, double Raigeki. Double the Raigeki. On the summon of the Prank Kid, wipe it out right away. Of the summon, I mean, you got a Rite of Error's Mirror. We grab the Water Enchantress, Rite of Error's Mirror, grab a Draco back. That'll be Raigeki number 1, Raigeki number 2 for the Lampsies, or we could just use Ash Blossom to negate the Lampsies, but with the Prank Kid place, you could Chain Link block the Lampsies from being negated. We'll probably Fateful Adventure, summon the Lampsies, then Meow Moo, then Chain block with the Fateful Adventure potentially. Either way, it's checkmate with double Raigeki. Wipe out the field with Raigeki number 1. Fateful Adventure and Prank Kid's Pranks plus search for... Bro, you Ash the Prank Kid prank the place, okay? He doesn't want him to discard to summon a prank token, I guess. Add Water Enchantress, discard Water Enchantress, summon the token, token trigger Fateful, grab Draco back, attempt to spin the Butler. Butler, if this card has to be sent to the graveyard, not extra deck by your opponent. If sent to the graveyard by your opponent, you could target a non-fusion summon for the graveyard. We're just going to tribute to wipe out the field. Now, this is clear lethal, access code talker. Over 7,000 damage, which is all we need for lethal damage. Banish from the graveyard to get poppin', Salt in the Wound. BM, Slazin, what are you doing, mate? Attack, attack. To game 2. What'd I say? Maxi, and you won't lose if they go first. Got him. Outplayed. Into Fusion Destiny. Let's go. Maxi keeps the crazy decks in check, right, guys? That's what we're saying. It just kept them in check. Draw 1. We have Fusion Destiny of our own. Now, you also have Maxi, so it's fair. If they were to change the effect of Maxi, I think it'd be cool if they had the effect of Maxi be give your Maxi to your opponent. And then if you activate Maxi and you are not the original owner of Maxi, then it gets banished. But we have Call by the Grave, so it's obviously not fair. Not fair. I resolved Maxi versus you. You did not resolve Maxi versus me. One-sided duel, no matter who went first or second. Not cool. You know, the more I see Maxi deciding games, the more I'm against Maxi existing. But I really think Konami's not going to do anything about it anyway. I only like Maxi when people take the Maxi challenge and win. We're going to discard the Prank Kid place to summon the Wandering Griffin Rider. We're going to make sure that we're going to be Fusion Destinying here. Come forth and summon Fusion Destiny DP to the E. 8,000 damage, wipe out the Prank Kid. GG no re. Maxi is good. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Rite of Error's Mirror, no hand traps. Looks like we have a potential set 5 if we went first. Let's speed up through this Mad Lad play. We got main deck Token Collector. This is a no side deck event, so we're seeing what cards are worth main deck, and we have our singular Omni Negates. Oh boy. Lava Golem, goodbye token, goodbye to the Griffin Rider. Pot of P, let's get digging. We digging deep for Floodgates, 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 Floodgates. Grabs the non-Floodgate, wow. 5 Floodgates and not a Floodgate. We grab the Cursed Eldlin for the Eldlich. Eldlich sending the Haquero to send the Fateful Adventure to the graveyard. Eldlich send the Cursed Eldlin to come forth and summon 3,500 attack over the token. Wait, why is there a token on the field? It was just to trigger the Fateful Adventure? What? What? Okay, we'll take out the Lava Golem anyway, that's fine. Rivalry locking you into Fiend. That's probably not what you wanted when summoning your Token Collector. He's gonna draw phase? No, no draw phase. Rivalry after committing to a summon machine. Scooping it up. Eldlich send Haquero, send a card in the field to the graveyard. Baron to floor, negate from being sent to the graveyard. Yeah, I get. This is why some people play too chillin'. Too chillin'. Because you didn't have a Yangzine to summon for the deck. Oh boy. Oh boy. Eldlich. Going in to the droplet, reduce the Mad Lad, drop him down to 1650. Oof. Goes in match is gonna mess him up. Baron to floor already used up the negates. So what are we gonna do? Keep Chang Ying on the field? Whoa! Triggering Chang Ying. Chang Ying, get banishing, boy. Let's go. Goodbye, Conquistador. Goodbye, Haquero, leaving Eldlich in the graveyard. Goes in match, leaving everything but the Chang Ying, which the Compulse will deal with. We have Call by the Grave for the Eldlich, but, I mean, how are we going to deal with the Goes in match? Water, water, we could all water, we all water. No Compulse, you're taking 3,500 damage? What the? Okay. Clyde Strife holding onto that Compulse. Why preemptively? Why do it early? I don't get it. Compulse, goodbye, Chang. Okay, oh. Okay, preemptively to trigger the Chang Ying. That's why he wanted to do it, so he could banish the Eldlixir. It was actually a good play. Actually, it was good. It was good. Very good, makes sense. Did force out that Compulse. Eldlich going in onto the Water Enchantress, no longer locked into water-type monsters. I think this is a big problem with Adventure Tenyi, is they struggle with already established floodgates. If they can't get a token on the field, then Vishuda or Draco back, then they're in trouble. But in this instance, we do have Vishuda in the graveyard. We could deal with the Gozen match. We do have the out. But the Haquero banishing the Vishuda, there goes our out. Our out is out. It's gone. No Vishuda. This is the problem when you play against an Eldlich player that knows what they're doing. They're not going to let you out their floodgate. Probably would have worked on the ladder. Damn. Is that technically his fault? Didn't he have the ability to get rid of the Haquero? Or I think that was an older Haquero that we were dealing with. Now we have Rivalry also, which will lock him into maybe Wern-type monsters or Dragon. Griffin Rider, Wing Beast only. Right now he's locked in a Wind. He does have Droplet. Droplet's good against Eldlich to play around Skill Drain. Pada P. Banishing 6 to get digging. We are digging for Solemn. Skill Drain. Solemn. There can only be one. Rivalry. We got Solemn to protect our floodgates. Turn 34. Is Duelist Cup uncapped dueling? Yep, 72 hours uncapped. Yes! 2-0 victory, not even close. Let's go. Hexy and Killian in the top 4. Griffin Rider come forth and summon. We have Nibiru, but we are going to... Yeah, we can Nibiru if he summons 1, 2, 3, 4. Stopping on 4. Oh, geez. Wait, Ash Blossom, stop. Okay. So no Nibiru. Grabbing the Fateful Adventure, grabbing the Griffin Rider. That will be discarding the Dracoback, equip onto the token. That's going to force out the Dryden effect. Popping the token. While we still have the token, chain summon the Griffin Rider, otherwise it would not be summonable. And we're holding on to when should we Ash? Goki Pull to the graveyard. Goki Pull to the graveyard. That will trigger the effect of the Goki Pull to add a normal monster, summon, then pop the Griffin. Okay. Goki Pull, no more. So Goki Pull requires you to play a Garnet, huh? How many Garnets do you play for Goki Pull? Just one? And if you draw into it, do you have a way to return it? Anaconda into DPE. Come forth. Into DPE. If you were to ask me to place a bet, I would say that the first place of this Duelist Cup will get an invite to Worlds. Well, the problem is they haven't even announced if they're ever actually going to do Worlds for Master Duel, though they said so in a commercial or a promotion. It's not officially a thing. But they probably will do that. DPE activating to come back next turn. Ram activating on destruction to come forth and summon a monster from the grave. Woomead, honestly, I will tell you that the best deck, if you get to the 72-hour portion of the event, use stage 1 to try out different decks. And you choose a deck to get good with. It doesn't have to be the best deck. It should probably be a deck on the tier list, though. Get good with a deck, get comfortable, because if you're not good with what's tier 1, let's say Prank Kids Adventure, and you play that over another deck that you're more comfortable with, you're not going to do well. Hundreds of duels over 72 hours, you're going to be put in the most crazy circumstances where only if you are the most comfortable with the deck you're playing are you going to instead play correctly versus playing a better deck. And I would say it's better to play correctly over a better deck. Now, in my multiple first place globals of a Duelist Cup for Duel Links, I didn't play what the best deck was because the best deck generally was the deck that everyone built their deck to beat. So if everyone's playing Prank Kid Adventure, you will 100% see people main decking Token Collector. Do you want to play against Token Collector? So then now you probably don't want to play a deck that loses to Token Collector as they're getting token collected. And then they're going to get frustrated, and then they'll probably swap to a deck they're not as good with just to play around Token Collector because everyone will have it. That's generally how it happens. At the higher ranks, people start main decking a ton of side deck cards against popular cards. And I could show you an example with the previous KC Cup. First place global was in a tier 0 format. Guess what the tier 0 deck did? Did not get first place. Guess what the first place deck got? Played a deck that completely countered 6 Samurai tier 0. Their whole deck was side deck cards against tier 0 6 Samurai. So it may not be best to play the #1 deck being Adventure Prank Kids. Maybe something between tier 2, maybe even tier 3 if you're really good with the deck. Let's go to game 2. It boosts its attack and defense when battling into a warrior. Cypher. Why did they change it? So the first place deck was main decking 3 of this and was also main decking a Karakuri Ninja that on flip sends the 6 Sam to the graveyard because it had destruction protection. So just main decking side deck counters. And I would not be surprised if first global for the Duelist Cup is main decking Token Collector if everyone's playing Prank Kids. But beyond that, let's focus on the top 4. Max C in response to the Rite of Erismir. We got all the hand traps we want and need. We're going to grab the Griffin. We will have to discard a card, though. And under Max C, you don't want to summon Griffin. You want to toggle on, wait for them to do something in the main phase, then summon Griffin. So this does play around Max C very well. There you go. That's going to trigger the Fateful. And you want to summon your Griffin Rider as soon as you can. We have no response to that. We got Fusion Destiny, though. Oh, my. Goki Pull. Being able to deal with the Wandering Griffin, this is nuts. This card is so whack. What the heck? Almirage, are you going to negate the pull? If you don't negate the pull is going to destroy the Griffin Rider. You're forced to negate. Now, I think our only other play is to Fusion Destiny. Is Goki Pull once per turn? You can only use once per turn. We are under Maxi. We're just going to draw 1, though. We're already self-restricting our... Really? Really? Call by the Graves, stop, draw 1, and then Ghost Bell, stop called by the grave. Not DPE. Not save it for DPE. You really want to draw one. What the? Okay. We did it all for the Ram. There you go. The Ram. DPE, pop in. DPE would not be activated yet. It would be at the end phase of the next turn. It doesn't matter. We got the Ghost Bell anyway. We got it anyway. DPE activate. Ghost Bell negates. How did you know you were going to draw on a Ghost Bell? How did you know? We Goki polling again. Goki poll. Add level 4 insect. Then if you added a normal, you could special summon it. This card is wild. I'm really excited to see Hexy's deck list. I don't know what his deck list is. We're going to Fateful Adventure. Goki Pole doesn't have to be sent from the field to the graveyard. You discard it with the Fateful Adventure that it activates. Holy moly. Killer Needle, come forth and summon. Nothing on the field to destroy with. We got Griffin Rider, 4,000, 5,200 damage. Draw to its Celestial. If we can get 4,000 damage on the field, we win. Let's go. Hulk, come forth and summon. What? No lethal? Bro, you're supposed to summon Ghost Ogre from the deck. Ghost Ogre is activatable on the field. Let's go. Papillion. Papillion will be able to summon an insect during the opponent's turn. Wait, we didn't gain any. Place a counter for each insect. Uses link material. You use no insect. You get no effect. You're useless. And just like that, Hexy with the 2-0 victory. Beetrooper in the grand finals. All right, get Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, we're going to be sending the Water Enchantress. We have no hand traps whatsoever, so we're going to be very quickly going through this. We're going to have tons of plays. What are the ways of plays that we're going to be doing? We're potentially setting up a Battle Butler. Definitely not going to be setting up the Rip Roarin', right? No one's playing Rip Roarin', so don't expect that. Rip Roarin' would be nuts, though. Rip Roarin', wipe out the whole back row if they're not able to Eldlich or Rip Roarin'. That would be the play. That would be the play. You would Pandemonium right now, and then with Bow Wow and Dooley Doo, make Rip Roarin' to then wipe out the back row. He is playing Rip Roarin', though. Do it. Do it. You have Griffin to negate Eldlich. He's doing it. He's doing it. Yes. No one does this. I love it. I love it. He's actually making turn 1 Rip Roarin', which is a Harpy Feather Duster. He's got double Harpy Feather Duster. Yes. Yes. Most TCG players don't play Rip Roarin' at all. They're like, no, this card's bad. They don't even want to think about it. Let's go. Dealy Do Tribute, grab back the Pandemonium. The downside of Rip Roarin' is generally if you don't draw enough cards, you're going to be foregoing the Prank Kid Pranks or the Pandemonium. But looks like, did he hard draw the Pranks or the Pandemonium? Get ready for... Uh-oh, Lava Golem. No! No! Your Griffin Rider in token will be your undoing. Rip Roarin' is going to be adding fans in the graveyard back to the hand. There goes the double Harpy Feather Duster play. Had you just left Rip Roarin' on the field, instead you had to abuse the Adventure Engine and their main deck and Lava Golems. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Pandemonium at the end of the main phase. You can't do this during the end of the turn. We are going to show Con into the Battle Butler. The Butler is going to trigger all the Prank Kids that we have just sent to the graveyard for the Fusion Summon. Because we didn't summon Butler in the extra monster zone, we are now blocked. But we will, instead of blocking a Link Summon... Whoa! Lava Golem again. Summon Bow Wow from the graveyard. We have Unicorn, we have Access Code Talker that could deal with all this. How do we deal with all this back row? So it probably goes in match first, then we're locked into maybe Fire, right? Fire. Burn for 1,000. Burn for 1,000, then goes in? No, he's waiting, he's waiting. Meow Moo, triggering the Dropsies to summon a Lampsies. If we call Fire, we're going to be on Fire only. Can we beat him down with Lava Golem and just win, right? I mean, he can't really stop it. He can't stop the Lava Golem beatdown. What the? 5K to the face. Skill drain, absolutely useless. Solemn Judgment, no good. What is he gonna rip into? Fire beatdown. Back in the deck, draw. He's gaining life off the dropsies, so burning with Lava Golem does not matter. Another goes in. That's not good. He'll be able to summon an Eldlich, but because he has Lava Golem's going to be the reason why he could deal with the Eldlich. Minus 2K KW. We don't have a Lampsies to summon. Straight to battle. Block the first attack. No block for the second attack. Prank Kids Adventure taking game 1 over Eldlich. Let's go. Oh my. Rite of Arismir. Get negated by Imperial Order. Keck Order. That's it. No pranks. No Pandemonium. No adventure cards. No. That is the correct response in the Duelist Cup, by the way. Just, I'm gonna head out. Nope. My third qualification for Worlds got cucked by a single duel at the last 5 to 10 minutes by Cyberstein. Cyberstein, 1-turn kill. Cyberstein, Ojama, King, lock up 3 of my monster zones, and you only have 3 monster zones. Pot of E, draw 2. Uh-oh, that's not good. Eldlich is gonna deal with the Rip Roaring, so if you don't get Lava Golem, you get Eldliched. You get screwed either way. You get screwed either way. Yeah, I mean, should he have chained to the Cursed Eldland activation so he wouldn't search for an Eldlich? I guess, I mean, he sent a card from he sent Pot of P, which was dead anyway for this turn. And he did scoop up instantly to an Imperial Order. I really think that Eldlich will probably be a really good deck for the event. I'm not encouraging you to play it, but it's just a sad reality. It is. If you look at the dual level max decks right now, Eldlich was the first one to get dual level max on the site. So, negate. And if you're playing over a long time, a deck like Eldlich will be a lot more forgiving on your brain. It's easier. You could just chill. You're probably laughing a lot more. You don't have to do big combos. It just sucks to say this, that Eldlich is going to be a top contender for the event. You're going to have to put back removal in your deck. 100%. I think so.